Now I will show you how you can control these parameters of the image UI element using code, and we will try to create a health bar like found in most games using two methods. The first method would be to change the rect transform of our image component, and the second method would use the fill image type that you have just seen. So I have gone ahead and created two images UI element. The first one is the background image, simple without any modification. And on top of that background image, I have another image whose width changes based on the health value. So when I control this width, it will expand and fill the background image, and it looks like the health bar found in many games. One little modification needed for the foreground image was that I've changed the anchor preset to the middle, and it is anchored to the left corner of my background image, which is obvious because your when your health increases, this image should go down towards the right, and they'll fill it up completely. Another thing that I've added is a simple health script, which is nothing but a health float value which lies between a range of 0 and 1. I have added a simple slider here, and what we want is that when this health value goes from 0 to 1, this my health slider should go from here to here. We may also want to control the color that is being shown inside the slider. So if health is too low, we can change this color to red, and if the health is too high, we can change it to green. So we also want that feature. So we'll see how we can achieve this using coding. To get a reference to the image component attached to this UI element, the first thing that you would need is to write using Unity Engine .ui, because all of the UI related scripts are under this namespace. After you have added the Unity Engine.ui, now you can reference the image using public image, and let's call this health image, health bar, and we can go to the scene and assign our foreground image as health bar in the script. Now what we want to do is to change the width of the health bar image with according to the health float value, which varies between 0 to 1. So we first need the maximum width so that this foreground matches with the background, and we can find that by moving the foreground to its maximum value. You can see a orange line here which shows that its width is same as the background width, which in this case is 600. So we know that our foreground width should vary between 0 here to 600. After we have the information, we can directly apply it to the image using its health rect transform. So we'll go to our health bar, get the rect transform, and to get the width and the height values, they are stored as size delta inside our rect transform. So the size delta, which is a vector 2 comprising of the width and height values, we know that height would be a fixed value of 100, so we only have to change the width based on the health value. So here it will be the health value multiplied by 600, which is the maximum width that the health bar can have, which also corresponds to the full health condition. And now we come into our scene, hit play, and now when we change our health value from 0 to 1, we can see the health bar image moving from 0 then to 600. So this way we can directly control the width. We can even control the height using the size delta value of the rect transform assigned attached to our image UI component. The next feature we wanted was to add a color to our health bar based on the amount of health, which is very easy through code, and you can directly access the health variable, the color value of your image by writing health bar dot color, and and the default values of low health are red and high health is green, and we can directly interpolate between these two values using the color dot lerp function, which works exactly like your normal lerping function in your other elements, that it will take two values, and depending on a factor which is between 0 and 1, it will try to arrive at a value which is between those two extreme values. So our extreme values at health 0 is color dot red, which we will provide as the first argument. Our right extreme value, the maximum value, is color dot green, and the parameter which controls the color at a particular time is the health value, which which is already between 0 and 1, so we can directly input that health value, and this color dot lerp will return a color value which is between red and green, and how much is it is towards red or towards green will depend on the health value. So if health is 1, this will return absolute green. If health is 0, it will return absolute red. Now coming to the Unity scene. Now if we run and change our health, you can see that the color changes from red to pure green depending on our health value. The next method to achieve the same result of creating a health bar which responds to your health and also changes color, you can use the fill property and the fill image type. So the only change that we need in our foreground image UI component is to change the image type to filled, and I have also put a new sprite which is a simple 32 into 32 completely white sprite image, and then change the image type to filled, and the fill method should be horizontal because we want it to be filled horizontally from left to right. Put the fill origin to left, and when this value changes from 0 to 1, you can see that the effect is exactly same if we were changing the width. So what we have to do it from code is to control the fill amount. So we will do exactly that by going inside our code, removing this line which changes the width, and going to the fill amount and making it equal to the health, because if we have because the fill amount which varies between 0 to 1, and our health also varies between 0 and 1. Now when we test our script, so you can see the even if we are using the fill effect, varying the health from 0 to 1, which will give us the same result. Another important function that you will need in your code when you are working with image components is to change the sprite of your image component through your code. So for that, what we can do is health bar dot override sprite, and you can put your desired sprite here. You can take the reference of your sprite by making it public here, and then using the override sprite property to change the sprite of your image component. So this was a brief overview of the parameters of the image UI element. The panel UI element is exactly the same. However, instead of using it for your health bar or other sprites on your screen, panels are mainly used as a background of collection of UI elements, or they are used as a parent to a set of UI elements which are grouped together in your scene. So imagine if I have a set of buttons, like set of game options, like your brightness, your sound values, and your music level. All these can be grouped together inside a panel, and this is helpful when you want to change the parameters or change the position of a bunch of UI elements together. Then you can directly change the parent panel, and that will affect every UI element inside that panel. So the job of panels is mainly to organize different UI element, different groups of UI elements in your scene into as different objects.